What's up, YouTube? Man, I know there are a lot of videos out there talking about how to move to Canada, which visas to apply for, and all that good stuff. And I watched so many videos when I was trying to figure out how to do it. But this video is simply to talk about just the emotional aspect and the physical and mental changes you go through when you move to a different country, because you could apply for everything, you could have your plan to the T, but you're never quite ready for the actual experience of moving to a different country. So this video is all about my personal journey moving from the Bahamas to Canada. If you're going through the same thing or you're planning to move, stay tuned and watch this video. So yeah, guys, moving to a different country is exciting, man. It's nerve-wracking, like so many different emotions you're going through planning that move. You may be working on a job and you leave your job and you're getting ready to just start a new life, and it comes with so many different ups and downs. And I think we all go through different phases and transitions when you move from one country to the next. So in this video, I'm just want to share the 4 phases I went through moving to a different country, and I'm sure other international students and immigrants in general go through the same process. So the first phase I went through when I was planning to move to Canada was just sheer excitement. I was like over the moon, just going crazy, thinking about all the things that I would do, thinking about all the places I would go, the people I would meet. And this excitement phase, I think you should really enjoy it, because honestly, it's one of the phases that you remember the most, because when you start to really go through the struggles of being an immigrant, those happy moments is something that you should hold on to. And for me, personally, when I left my job, I was letting my family know. I was packing up my bags. I had my outfits and everything ready, because you kind of feel like you're going on vacation, but really and truly, it's much more serious than that. You know, you go into a place where you don't have any clue on what exactly is going to be waiting on you. And if you're one of the few people in your family who actually relocated, or if you may be the first person to relocate to a different country, it's a lot of things that you're gonna have to learn on your own. So enjoy the honeymoon phase. And for me, when I touched down in the airport and I saw the realities of actually being in Canada, and I was standing on the immigration line in the airport, that's when it really hit me like, wow, this is real, man. So enjoy the first process, the excitement, you know, say goodbye to your friends and your family and enjoy those moments, because after that, you know, you may never see those persons again, and you don't know when you will connect with them again. So enjoy that process. The second phase of moving to Canada, in my opinion, was reality check. You know, you start to realize that, okay, this is not everything I envisioned. And some people get lucky, some people really enjoy it from the break. But for me, there were a lot of things that I was not used to, specifically like the weather and how to move around, you know, setting up a new place. If you're living in the dorm rooms and you got to set up your new dorm, hopefully you have family members there to help you. But so many international students move to Canada on their own and at a very young age. So most of the people I met, they moved as teens and they did everything themselves. And they would attest to the fact that this transitional phase is very frustrating. You know, the reality check, realizing that you don't have the same support systems that you had in your home country. You don't know how to get to the grocery store the same way. And it's tough, man. It's a lot of frustration. Some mornings you wake up and you don't even want to go to class, or you don't even want to get out there and look for work, because you feel alone, you might feel isolated. And I went through these experiences studying in Canada, especially being an international student. You know, there are not a lot of support groups or really organizations geared towards international students, because, you know, it was our choice to move to Canada, and there are some student services that help, but there are so many international students from different countries, and it's hard to find your place. And I know there are a lot of people that go through depression. You know, they stay indoors, they don't want to be bothered, and they try to compare, why is this not the same as in my country? But in this phase, I really think you should start asking yourself, why did you move? You know, remind yourself that, hey, it's not going to be easy, but this is a phase you're going to have to go through. Every immigrant goes through the frustration phase where you don't know how to do certain things and you need help. So my advice would be to find somebody who's willing to help you. You know, it's hard connecting with people in different countries when they don't know you and you don't know them. So don't take it personal when, you know, you meet people but they really don't want to connect with you after one conversation. It happens a lot in Canada. You know, people in Canada are said to be nice, but you know, it takes a while to build friendships and relationships. So try to find at least one person who you can really talk to, because you need support, you know, in the frustration phase. And that's something I had to go through, and I'm just happy that I learned how to accept that reality. Adjustment phase is when you start to get up every morning and you develop a routine. You know, you start to realize that, hey, I know how to get to this store. I know how to take the bus to get to this location. I know how to find certain items that I used to use back in my home country. And adjustment isn't easy as well, you know, but once you have an open mindset and you realize that, hey, this is my new reality, this is what I came to, and you have to make the best out of it. That's what I call the adjustment phase. And for me, going to college in Canada is really different from other places like the US. You know, it's so many different people and so many different cultures. And if you don't find a group of people that you can connect with, adjusting to this new culture is tough. You know, it's very tough as international students. And I don't think people talk about this. You know, it's just a process of getting your student visa and you get here and you do this, you do that. But just the emotional aspect and the mental challenges that happen when you relocate. You move into a country that you've never been to, you don't have any track record, you don't have any documents here, you don't even have a credit score. So starting over from square one is really difficult. And the quicker you adjust, life will become a little bit more easier. It's not going to be perfect. And sometimes it's easy to look and compare with others who move and settle in quickly, but you never know. Maybe they had family members, they had friends who were already here, giving them a jump start. So if you're doing it from scratch like myself, you know, it's going to take some time, but don't give up on your dreams, because you came here for a reason. And once you adjust, you will start to appreciate the process. And the final phase is the acceptance phase. You start to accept that, hey, this is what it is. And there are not much more culture shocks. You know, when you initially come, you go through so many different periods of, wow, oh my God, what is this? Why is this happening? Why do I have to do things like this? But after a year or two, you start to really accept that, hey, this is the way of life in Canada. I'm not home anymore. I don't have the same friends. I don't have the same connections. And you start to accept the way people in Canada do business, and start to realize that, hey, I can't change what's happening around me, but I can change my attitude towards it, you know. And it's very important to have this mindset, because if you don't accept your new reality, things are just going to be more and more frustrating, man. Like, accept the way how people greet you, accept the way how people do business, accept the way how you have to find a job and how you move. You know, appreciate the fact that, hey, I'm still here, I'm still trying to make it, because so many people move to Canada and they really can't handle it, and they just leave everything behind and they go back to their home country. So once you're in this acceptance phase and this acceptance mindset, you start to appreciate what you could change in your personal situation. For example, with me, I started to find new hobbies. I started to read more. I started to write. I started to go out for walks in nature and just appreciate the simple things, because Canada is a beautiful country and there's a lot of outdoor activities you could do once it's not really cold. And even if it's kind of cold, you just bundle up, you go for a walk, you try to meet new people, and just appreciate the fact that you're here and you're making some progress, because every day you're here, you're making progress, because survival in Canada is not easy. And like I said, there are a lot of people who get the shock of their life when they come to Canada and they realize that way of life is not really as easy as you think. So in this final phase and acceptance, it may take 2 years, it may take 3 years. For me, I'm still trying to accept new things, and the more challenges I face and the more things I solve for myself, I realized that, hey, it is what it is. And as an international student who recently graduated, you know, I have a lot of experiences and a lot of stories to tell. And that's why I made this YouTube channel, and just want to connect with other international students. So that's it for this video. The phases of moving to Canada as an international student. If you're going through anything right now, post it in the comment section. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.